MLB superstar and upcoming free agent Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has just dropped a bombshell in regards to his free agency as the New York Yankees rumors around Vladdy continue to heat up, while the Yankees, they also are looking in another direction at the same position, and we are going to discuss all of this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to jump right in, guys. If you're enjoying the channel, make sure to subscribe if you're part of that 70% that's not subscribed. This is the place to be for all New York Yankees content. We're having a ton of fun. We're getting these videos out as fast as possible. Multiple videos most days of the week. Not going to say every day, because sometimes I am slacking a little bit because both my co-hosts have been found or are just missing. But we'll jump into that later. Look, guys, we have a lot to discuss with the New York Yankees, and specifically Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who just dropped an absolute bombshell in a recent interview he sat for, as the world is waiting for Vladdy's impending free agency upcoming at the end of next season. And there's already a plethora of teams lined up with a ton of interest in Vladdy. 3 to be named that are not the Toronto Blue Jays are the New York Yankees, of course, the Boston Red Sox, and the New York Mets. Now, I've been pretty open. I do think that Vladdy is going to end up with one of these 3 teams, specifically one more than the other 2, but we will mention that all later. First things first, though, we do have some other stuff to talk about as well. But real quick, guys, I'm super excited to announce that we are kicking off a March Madness bracket for the channel. We've partnered with the Hot Takes app and other Digest channels for this event. It's completely free to sign up. Just download the Hot Takes app, click the March Madness banner at the top, and then under groups, select the Digest Media Pool. This is really exciting as there's over $25,000 in prizes to be won. And since there's a much smaller pool of people participating, there's a real chance in winning big compared to other bracket challenges out there. Check out the link down below or scan the QR code to download the app, and make sure to use the promo code DIGEST in all caps to get exclusive perks when signing in. Again, it's completely free to sign up, and if you have any trouble, feel free to email us at the email down below, and we look forward to seeing you in the March Madness pool. Look, jumping into things, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., as we all know, did have a rocky history with the New York Yankees, as he did once say it was the one team he would never play for under any circumstances, even if they're the only team offering him a contract. And yes, I am kind of changing those words around a little bit just so I don't get demonetized, but essentially that's what Vladdy said, just with a few more expletives. But look, Vladdy then said today, I'll speak to every team, including the Yankees, name-dropping the Yankees, and here's why it's interesting. It's not just to deal with Vladdy's past and him calling out the New York Yankees and saying that he'd never played for them. He's already debunked that a while ago and said, no, I've changed my mind. I should not have said that. And that was probably all expected at the advice of his dad to be like, don't hold a grudge on my behalf, which, cool of his dad to go out there and say that. Shout out to Vladimir Guerrero. But look, where the New York Yankees are, they certainly have interest in Vladdy. Of course they do. How could they not? He's a very, very talented player. He's one of baseball's best. And, well, he is going to have a ton of different interests, and he's going to be offered a lot of money. And the New York Yankees are going to be one of the teams talking to him. And they're also going to be talking to someone else. But when you look at Vladimir Guerrero Jr., you think about how he would instantly, obviously, be a huge help to the New York Yankees. Could totally bat second, so Judge could go back to third. And on top of that, he just gives you one of the true MLB superstars that the Yankees could desperately use right now. However, also diving into everything, this is interesting that he would name drop the Yankees after everything's been cleared up. He knows that there's Yankee rumors. He knows what he's doing here. He's keying himself right into this New York Yankees fan base because he knows how we're going to react. It's very interesting to see that. And he said, if I had a bad year, my floor right now is $500 million. Realistically, I'm worth right now $200 million less than Juan Soto. And interesting. I mean, I think some people would agree. Some people would disagree. You look at Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s career stats. He has 905 hits in, well, 3,145 at-bats. Look, he's been around for a few years now, and Vladdy's been up and down throughout his career, but the last 4 years have seen him make an all-star game. He has a 21.3 WAR for his career, and a career OPS of 863, OPS plus of 137. His slugging percentage is 500 for his career, which is excellent. The man's also had a very good batting average of 288. Excellent contact hitter as well, which is important to note. He's truly a first baseman, can play third base in a pinch, though, but really a first baseman. But looking at how he played last season, he was phenomenal. He had a 323 batting average with 199 hits, 30 home runs, 103 RBIs, and 98 runs scored in the 159 of 162 possible games. He also won his second Silver Slugger Award, where he had a 940 OPS, one of the best in the American League, had a slugging percentage of 544, so he's trending upwards, and he knows that a big year this year could seriously impact his money. He already declined an offer from the Blue Jays once, and it's not going to be surprising if he does it again, depending on how much money the Blue Jays offer him. Now, we know what happened the first time around with the Toronto Blue Jays and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., as Jon Heyman revealed that, well, the Blue Jays offered Vladimir Guerrero Jr. $500 million with deferrals before negotiations were halted, and Vladdy said no to that, which makes things very, very, very interesting. But on the topic of a guy like Juan Soto, Soto was better than Vladdy last year. He had a 288 batting average with the Yankees with 166 hits, 41 home runs, 109 RBIs, and 128 runs scored in his 157 games played. He also won his 5th Silver Slugger Award, so Soto has more hardware to back it up. He's obviously a better player than Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He was better with the Yankees, and I mean, look, he had a great year last year. 989 OPS, one of the best players in baseball. Awesome slugging, awesome on-base percentage. The dude was unstoppable as a Yankee. Batting second, it felt like he was going to be here for a very, very long time, and that he was going to be the next true superstar for the New York Yankees for the next 15 years. Obviously, that didn't happen, so whoops. That sucks. Still really, really upsetting how that went down, but what are you going to do? We'll always be able to remember that year fondly, and there's nothing that we could really do to change it now, so it's all right. Look, where the New York Yankees are at right now, they do need to replace this guy one way or another, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. does give you a good chance to do so. Now, I've been open about one thing. If the Yankees try to replace Juan Soto, I want it to be Kyle Tucker. He's also a free agent next year, and I think he is the perfect guy for this Yankees team. He's a lefty. He's an excellent hitter. The man has been so good throughout his MLB career. He's a free agent with the Cubs. The Cubs want to cut money, so I really don't think they're going to end up re-signing Tucker. I imagine they'll try to, and they'll get outbid, and that's who the Yankees should really bid on. He's an excellent outfielder who also provides one of the best lefty bats and just one of the best bats in baseball. So that's my pick, honestly, for the top tier free agent the Yankees should be going for next season. But on top of that, they also have their interest in another guy. Now, right before we get into that, just taking a dive into the final note on Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Hector Gomez mentioned that the Blue Jays are planning to make a new offer to Vladdy, which will be close to what he's looking for. According to the source, the Jays offer would be in the range of 14 to 15 years, around 550 to 600 million, a range that we shouldn't trust the Yankees are going to be super willing to go into. I imagine Kyle Tucker will get a similar offer, but just not as big, and I think a lot of that comes from name value, but also we will see how that all goes as well. I do want the Yankees to sign Tucker, but that other guy who we're talking about, someone who we've talked about before, this is not the first dance, Munetaka Murakami. He is going to be an MLB free agent over next offseason. This is his final year in Japan. He's already announced that, and well, it was revealed by a Dodgers beat writer that the Yankees are the favorites for Muno because, well, there's no spot on the Dodgers for him with Freddie Freeman being the first baseman right now. Murakami's a first baseman, and the Yankees need one, and Murakami, he has a heavy strikeout percentage, so it does become interesting when you consider that and how much money he'll command. But at the same time, the New York Yankees want to prove that they still have a say in the Japanese market and will turn their attention towards Murakami, who will be making significantly less than Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the prospect of the fact that he's never had a single MLB at bat. Obviously, he's great. It's gonna translate, but it's just a matter of more what you're getting out of Vladdy and less what you're getting out of Murakami. That all being said, I still would rather Kyle Tucker, and you just start to kind of convert Aaron Judge to first base as time goes on. That is my choice, but we'll see how all that goes. Murakami obviously has been great throughout his time in the Japan League. I mean, dude's been awesome. Like, OPS is great in the 900s for his career. The man's had years where he's hit 50-plus home runs. He's going to be a great talent in the MLB, and the New York Yankees and San Diego Padres and Dodgers are going to be probably the three favorites for him, as they usually are with Japanese players. Also, the Blue Jays will probably look at Murakami a lot if they end up losing out on Vladimir Guerrero Jr., which is also important to note. However, I stand by. Go get Kyle Tucker. That's your guy. That's who I really want. I wanted the Yankees to trade for him. Obviously, trading Luis Hill for him would have not been the move, considering Tucker's a free agent next summer or next winter, but we already saw how that went with Soto, so it's better off waiting. We'll see how that one goes. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Out of those free agents, out of Vladimir Guerrero Jr., out of Kyle Tucker, out of Munetaka Murakami, how would you rank each one of them for how much you want them on the New York Yankees? Also, who do you think the Yankees have the best shot at? Do you think the Yankees will seriously go for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? I think they'll throw their hat in the ring and show a lot of interest, but also I don't think he's going to be their number one target entering into free agency because they know they're kind of still fighting that uphill battle being the Yankees. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're so close to 6,000 subscribers. Let's get there. I truly believe in us. Let's do it. 150 away. Make sure to subscribe. Really helps me out a ton. Guys, have a great day and go Yankees.